Have you ever considered that saying no could be your ticket to a happier, more balanced life? Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, your toes peeking over the edge, peering into an abyss of endless yeses. You're overcommitted, stressed, and exhausted. But what if I told you that the power to change everything lies in a single two-letter word? What if the key to reclaiming your life is as simple as saying no? Today, we're diving deep into the transformative, liberating power of saying no, and how this simple act can revolutionize your life. Now, this is a video you won't want to miss. For years, society has programmed us, including me, to believe that saying yes is the pathway to success, to happiness, and to fulfilling relationships. But what if I told you that saying yes too often is actually the highway to overwhelm, exhaustion, and even burnout? Think about how many times have you felt stretched too thin because you couldn't say no. Learning to say no was most liberating experiences in my life, and it can be for you too. It's not a rejection of opportunities, but an embrace of what truly matters to you. By saying no strategically, you're saying yes to your values, your goals, and most importantly, to yourself. So let's debunk the myth that no is a negative and discover how this simple word can set you free. Hang on, why is saying yes so automatic for us? Why does society celebrate this agreeableness like it's some golden ticket to success? Let's break this down. First off, let's go back in time. Way back. You see, from the dawn of humanity, agreeableness was like a survival tool. If you were disagreeable in a tribe, you risked exile or worse. So being agreeable was less about being nice and more about not getting kicked out of the tribe. Fast forward to today, your primary or kindergarten school teacher wasn't that different from a tribal leader. Think about it. Sharing, being polite, stirring the pot. Schools basically roll out the red carpet for conformity. In the boardroom, it's no different. Here, agreeableness wears the mask of teamwork. Say yes, get promoted. Say no, we're a problem. Workplaces can often turn into echo chambers where the word no is treated like a virus. Also, let's talk how traditional gender has amplified this. Women have been socialized to be the ultimate nurturers, often at the expense of your own needs. And society has told men that saying no shows weakness, stripping away your so-called masculinity. And let's not forget, at the core of it, we're emotional beings. We crave acceptance. Saying yes often feels like a warm hug from society affirming your place in the world. But is this emotional high really worth the long-term cost? So you see, this yes man or yes woman culture isn't just random. It's deeply rooted in our history, classrooms, workplaces, and even in our emotional DNA. While being likable and agreeable has its time and place, it's crucial to recognize how these social constructs are steering your life. Only then can you start navigating your own course. Now that we know the why behind our constant yes, let's talk about the so what. What happens when yes becomes your default setting? Okay, first on the docket, your health. Saying yes to everything is like throwing fuel on that burnout fire. And it's not just exhaustion. It can also lead to real, tangible sickness. Then there's chronic stress, your body's enemy number one. Imagine your life's a pressure cooker. Each yes turns up the heat, which can lead to high blood pressure. Now, let's talk about mental space. You say yes, and you end up juggling a circus of deadlines and responsibilities. It's no surprise your well-being starts to plummet, anxiety through the roof. And in the worst cases, we're talking about the dark cloud of depression. And what about your career? Saying yes may make you the go-to person at work, but it also makes you the burnout candidate of the year. Plus, who's got time to climb the career ladder when you're stuck in a never-ending loop of tasks? Your relationships take a hit too. Your calendar's so jam-packed, there's no time for family, friends, or even a quiet evening with Netflix. And trust me, resentment brews, either from you feeling used or your loved ones feeling neglected. Last but not least, your authenticity, your you-ness is at stake. Keep saying yes, and you become this chameleon, blending in but losing yourself. And spoiler alert, people notice when you're not authentic, and it could tarnish how the world sees you. Takeaway, saying no isn't just an option, it's a lifeline. It's how you preserve your health, elevate your career, enrich your relationships, and keep the essence of who you are intact. By learning to say no, you're not shutting doors, you're opening the gateway to a life that's truly yours. All right, folks, let's shift gears. We've been dwelling on the dark side of yes, but what about the untapped potential of saying one simple word, no? First off, let's talk mental well-being. Saying no, and suddenly your stress isn't off the charts. You'll find that focus sharpens. You're not juggling 1,000 balls, you're holding the few that really matter. And guess what? Your emotional tank gets a refill too. Okay, ever heard of time is money? Saying no is like having a VIP pass to the ultimate time bag. You're the one who decides where to invest the hours, concentrating on endeavors that mirror your values. The kicker, quality takes precedence over quantity, and that's how you win. Now let's talk relationships. You set the rules and you set the boundaries. The result, a relationship grounded in mutual respect and, more importantly, authenticity. When you are not swamped, the moments you share with people aren't just time spent, they're time valued. Moving on to your professional life, saying no streamlines your workload. And when focus goes up, productivity follows suit. This isn't just about doing less work, it's about doing more meaningful work. Let's dive into personal growth. Saying no is like holding up a mirror to your soul. You learn what makes you tick, and let me tell you, nothing screams confidence like a person who knows how to set their boundaries. Don't forget the financial perks too. Your wallet isn't a bottomless pit. Saying no means your resources go where they matter most. Whether you're saving for a rainy day or making a key career move, saying no lets you be the CFO of your own life. Last but absolutely not least, your health. Saying no frees up time for your restorative sleep, balanced meals, and maybe even that spin class you've been waiting to try. Your body will thank you. So there it is. The power of saying no is not just a shield against the negatives. It's a key that unlocks a whole new realm of possibilities. Saying no isn't about limiting yourself. It's about making room for the bigger yes in your life. I love what Warren Buffett had to say on the matter. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Now, for the majority of us, figuring out when to say yes and when to say no is a skill that involves more than just a simple choice. Let's break it down. First, align any opportunity with your core values and long-term objectives. If it gels with where you see yourself in the future, it's probably a good idea to say yes. But don't just think short-term. Imagine how this decision fits into your long-term goals. Here's a technique to help you, the 10-10-10 rule. Ask yourself how you'll feel about your decisions in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years. This perspective can be incredibly clarifying. Next, evaluate your available resources. If adding one more thing to your plate will overstrain you, be honest about it. Consider your current obligations and commitments. It's essential to think about whether you have the skills or interest in the task or opportunity presented to you. If it doesn't align, maybe it's time to say no. Gut feeling is crucial here. Pay attention to your immediate emotional response. Does the idea of saying yes bring you joy or dread? These emotions can serve as indicators for your decision. Also, don't forget the practical side of things. What are you giving up to say yes? That's your opportunity cost, which has been a game changer for me. And remember, timing, life is all about it. Sometimes even a great opportunity can come at the wrong time. So you've decided to say no. How you say it matters. Be respectful but firm. Phrases like, I appreciate the offer, but I can't commit right now, work well. Maintain eye contact and use a firm tone to back your words. In a professional setting, you can also send a follow-up email to confirm your decision. But what if you feel guilty for saying no? First, understand where this guilt is coming from. Is it societal expectations, family? Work on changing your perspective. Saying no can be a positive choice for your well-being and growth. Role-play scenarios with trusted friends to become more comfortable. And if you're struggling significantly, professional help is always available. So, to wrap up today's discussion on the transformative power of decision-making, let's quickly revisit the core principles we've talked about. Freedom to live authentically. Saying no allows you to make choices aligned with your true self. Prioritization of values and goals. This small but powerful word helps you filter out distractions and hone in on what truly matters. Mental well-being. Being selective improves your mental health by reducing stress and feelings of obligation. Personal and professional growth. By saying no to lesser things, you create space for activities and relationships that enrich you on multiple fronts. So remember, the ability to say no is not just an act of refusal, it is a bold affirmation of what genuinely matters to you. It empowers you to prioritize your values and goals, thereby creating space for higher impact activities and more meaningful relationships. This selective approach not only improves your mental well-being, but also affords the time and energy for personal and professional growth. In essence, saying no to lesser things is the secret to saying yes to opportunities that truly enrich your life. So the next time you find yourself at crossroads, let each no be a stepping stone to a more impactful yes. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights and strategies to live a more empowered life. Until next time, take care and make your choices wisely. I'm Dr. Rakish, Rana, the Clear Coach.